A very warm welcome to you, our viewers. Nigeria's alleged fake government agency scandal has entered a more serious phase after investigators from the Independent Corrupt Practices and Other Related Offences Commission interrogated Adeni Adeyemi, the self-proclaimed Director General of the disputed Presidential Foreign Intervention Promotion Council, while he remained in police detention. The controversy has expanded beyond allegations of impersonation and forged documents because the purported council reportedly secured bank accounts, obtained government office accommodation, and appeared in Nigeria's 2026 budget process despite several federal institutions insisting that it was never legally created or recognized. The Icpc officials reportedly arrived at the Nigeria Police Force National Cybercrime Center at approximately 10 a.m. on Wednesday to question Adeyemi about the establishment and activities of the Pfipc. The interrogation was initially postponed because his newly appointed lawyer had not arrived. Investigators later resumed the section at about 3 p.m. after legal representation became available, ensuring that the suspect's rights were protected during formal questioning. Police sources said the interrogation was not completed, meaning Adeyemi could face additional questioning as investigators examined the documents, financial transactions, and official contacts linked to the disputed organization. Adeyemi was arrested after a federal high court judge issued a warrant following his failure to appear for a scheduled arraignment. Police had filed charges involving alleged forgery, impersonation, conspiracy, and obtaining by false pretense against him and other defendants. However, those allegations remain subject to judicial determination, and Adeyemi is entitled to the presumption of innocence unless convicted by a competent court. His questioning by the Icpc is separate from the criminal prosecution, but could provide investigators with information about how the council allegedly gained access to sensitive government systems and institutions. At the center of the investigation are claims that Adeyemi presented forged appointment letters and government documents while portraying himself as a presidential appointee. The presidency has maintained that the Pfipc was never established or approved by the federal government. President Bola Tinubu subsequently directed the Icpc to conduct a comprehensive investigation and submit its findings within 30 days. The inquiry is expected to identify not only those who allegedly created or operated the council, but also any public officials who may have assisted it deliberately or knowingly. The scandal became even more politically sensitive after Adeyemi claimed that President Tinubu's chief of staff, Femi Gbajabiamila, gave him an appointment letter and received money connected to the alleged position. Gbajabiamila has firmly denied the accusation and commenced legal action against Adeyemi. He also appeared before the Icpc on July 20, 2026, where his lawyer said he provided testimony, answered investigators' questions, and returned to his official duties. His appearance does not establish wrongdoing, but demonstrates that investigators are examining competing accounts surrounding the alleged agency. Beyond Adeyemi's claims, Nigerians are demanding answers about how a body described by the presidency as fictitious could allegedly operate with the appearance of government legitimacy. Reports indicate that the organization appeared in the 2026 federal budget process and was allegedly allocated approximately 1.3 billion naira It was also reportedly provided office accommodation within the Federal Secretariat complex in Abuja. These developments have intensified suspicions that the operation may have required assistance, negligence, or serious failures of verification within government institutions. The House of Representatives has now widened its investigation, summoning senior officials to explain how the purported council entered government processes. Those expected to face lawmakers include Secretary to the Government of the Federation, George Akume, National Security Advisor, Noah Ribadu, Attorney General of the Federation, Lateef Fagbemi, Inspector General of Police, Olatunji Disu, and Accountant General of the Federation, Shamzedan Ogunjimi. Officials from the Finance, Foreign Affairs, Budget, Investment Promotion, and Revenue Allocation institutions are also expected to provide explanations. Lawmakers are particularly interested in determining who authorized the Council's alleged inclusion in the 2026 budget estimates and how it obtained accommodation within Phase 3 of the Federal Secretariat. The House Committee also wants security authorities to produce suspects reportedly connected to documents that allegedly approved the deployment of hundreds of personnel to the Council. These questions have transformed the case from an investigation into one individual's conduct into a wider examination of Nigeria's administrative safeguards and accountability systems. Evidence presented to the committee by the Ministry of Foreign Affairs has further complicated the controversy. Permanent Secretary Dunoma Ahmed reportedly told lawmakers that Adeyemi approached the ministry on 3 occasions while introducing himself as the leader of 2 presidential councils. He allegedly sought the ministry's endorsement for a proposed World Investment Summit, but officials rejected his request after identifying inconsistencies and questioning the authenticity of the organization. The ministry later contacted the Office of the National Security Advisor and was reportedly informed that inquiries with the offices of the Secretary to the Government of the Federation and the President's Chief of Staff found that Adeyemi was unknown to them. The political pressure increased after former Vice President Atiku Abubakar accused the Tinubu administration of failing to resolve conflicting accounts from the Accountant General's office and the Central Bank of Nigeria regarding accounts allegedly opened for the Pfipc. Atiku argued that both versions could not simultaneously be correct and demanded an independent investigation capable of following the evidence without political interference. He also called on lawmakers to question representatives of both institutions together so that Nigerians could understand who authorized the transactions. However, accusations made by opposition figures should not be treated as proof that President Tinubu or senior government officials participated in the alleged operation. The presidency ordered the Icpc investigation, while Gbajabiamila cooperated with investigators and denied Adeyemi's allegations. Investigators and lawmakers must therefore distinguish between political claim, administrative failures, and evidence of criminal conduct. The credibility of the inquiry will depend on whether every individual connected to the document, accounts, budget entry, and office allocation is investigated under the same standard. The Pfipc controversy has become more than a case involving a disputed appointment letter. It now raises serious questions about how government agencies verified presidential appointments, approved bank accounts, allocate public offices, and process budget proposals. Nigerians deserve to know whether the system was deceived by sophisticated forgeries, compromised by insiders, or weakened by negligence across several institutions. The Icpc investigation and parliamentary hearings must produce evidence-based answers, protect the rights of those accused, and ensure that anyone found responsible faces the law. For more updates, stay with us on News Express. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And do have a beautiful day.